Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another inspiring episode of Insights That Inspire. And today we have a very special guest on the show and very inspiring also. Her name is Ketki, and she is a self-alignment coach. And she's helping individuals like who looks fine from outside, like they look happy from outside and they are managing everything, but internally they feel overwhelmed, disconnected, they are unsure about themselves. So she is helping them so that they can pause, they can understand themselves more deeply, and they can return to a way of living where they are living a life of fulfillment. They are living their dream life where they have the peace, calmness, and they have the better understanding about themselves. So, Ketki, welcome to the podcast. Uh,
Uh,
I'm super duper excited to have a deeper conversation with you here, and I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you.
you are also excited.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for calling me for this podcast. I'm really very excited to share my journey, share how it all started because I really need a platform to share this awareness to people. So thank you so much for having me here today.
Great. So, Kitty, this is my first question, which is pretty simple. Like, as you are a self-alignment coach, so I just want to understand, like, how your journey got started. Like, was there any turning point in your personal life जहाँ पर आपको feel हुआ हो कि okay, this is something जो आपको करना चाहिए, this is something which is more fulfilling for you.
Yeah. So it is a very interesting story because if you had met me a few years ago, coaching wasn't even on my radar. I was an architect on paper. In life, everything was looking very fine for me. I had a career, I had responsibilities, I had my own goals. I was doing everything that I believe that I was supposed to do. So there is a belief in everybody's life that they're supposed to do something. They are supposed to handle some responsibilities. And I was also doing the same. मैं वही कर रही थी. तो बट क्या हुआ कि देर वॉज अ फीलिंग विच आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन. कुछ ऐसा बहुत ड्रामेटिक नहीं है और कोई क्राइसिस भी नहीं था लाइफ में. बस ऐसा कुछ फीलिंग आ रही थी मन में कि वो जो आप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, क्या यही आपका लाइफ का पर्पस है? इज इट ऑल यू वांट इन लाइफ? I remember going through my days being very productive, getting all the things done which were expected from me, meeting expectations. Yet I was feeling very disconnected from myself. I was so focused on building a life that looked very successful. And I really stopped asking myself whether it actually felt fulfilling also. So I was doing everything right. हर स्टेप जो मैं लाइफ में ले रही थी वो बिल्कुल सही तरीके से जा रहा था. So that question that became the beginning of my journey, where I started asking myself that are you seriously living a life that is fulfilling or you're just handling everybody's expectations? Then I started exploring more about personal development, coaching. I came across these new terms like emotional intelligence, self awareness. Then I started understanding these, and then uh, that these all were not broken words, they were not different words, they all are connected with in themselves, and they will connect us from ourselves. So that is what I understood. So I started my own search for clarity. Eventually, it became my purpose. Today, I help people reconnect with who they are beneath all their roles, expectations, pressures they have been carrying, and I help people with their emotional wellness. So, as I like to say that there is one is our fitness, our body fitness, one is our body wellness, and then comes our emotional wellness. So this is what is which has become my journey right now. Yeah.
Great. So this is something like first you transformed yourself. You
Yes.
now have converted your pain into purpose. Now you are on a mission to help others.
Yes.
लाइक जैसी आपकी स्टोरी है ऐसी काफी सारे लोगों की स्टोरी है, लेकिन आपने अपने आप को रीडिस्कवर करा, अपने 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 पर्पज को फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश की. यू वर्क ऑन गेटिंग मोर क्लैरिटी. But there are so many people, those who are in any particular profession, either they are doing job or business, but they are not, they looks happy from outside, but inside they are like struggling. They are not able to manage the emotion. सो आई जस्ट वांट अंडरस्टैंड वन पॉइंट कि ऐसे कौन से सिग्नल्स हैं जो किसी भी पर्सन को अपने बॉडी के अंदर माइंड में फील करने चाहिए, सो दैट दैट्स वेयर दे शुड डिसाइड कि दे नीड टू रीडिस्कवर देयर लाइफ, दे नीड टू फाइंड आउट द क्लैरिटी, और दे नीड टू work with any coach so that they can find out the purpose and get the clarity, get that inner peace जो उनको bother कर रही है उस particular profession में, काम में, whatever XYZ thing they are doing currently. So what are those signs?
So, the signs which, you feel that there is a urge of validation every time. So whenever you do something, you seek for validation. You ask for people that, क्या मैं ये सही कर रहा हूँ? क्या मैं ये सही कर रही हूँ? Yeah, you have a lot of expectations from others. Now, what our mind tends to do here is that when we cannot fulfill the expectations we have from ourselves, we start seeking that expectation in others. We start feeling, somebody should come to me and tell me that, you're doing it right. Whatever you're doing is fine. So we start seeking validation. One thing which I have noticed is that the social media has become a very big part of our emotional wellness or mental wellness, I would say. When you see somebody that they are doing so great in life, then the comparison analysis begins. I have seen this in so many people nowadays that when you see somebody on Instagram or on Facebook or YouTube doing a lot of things of their own, and you struggling and working in one office and doing one thing, this becomes a big topic to discuss. This becomes a comparative analysis we have within each other. So this is one trait I would say of a person to look up to. And things like this, there's very less self-awareness. There is very less understanding of ourselves internally. So there is a lot of disconnection from ourselves, I would say, which I have seen a lot in people, which are the traits you see when you try to talk to people. These are the major traits I see.
Yeah, and even if they are aware about it, because what I feel like they get so busy in their life कि वो उस डायरेक्शन में फिर काम करना चाह कर भी नहीं कर पाते हैं।
Yes,
तो क्योंकि
yes,
आप भी काम कर रहे थे, आप भी किसी और प्रोफेशन में थे, यू वर डूइंग समथिंग एल्स आल्सो
yes.
बिफोर डूइंग दिस। तो मुझे समझना है कि जैसे आपको अवेयरनेस हुई, आपको लगा कि दिस इज नॉट समथिंग जो आपको करना चाहिए, यू आर मेंट टू डू समथिंग एल्स, देन यू फाइंड
Yeah.
आउट द पर्पस एंड स्टार्टेड डूइंग। सो हाउ डिड यू मैनेज इट कि जैसे काफी सारे लोग तो अवेयर हैं बट स्टिल नॉट डूइंग, दे आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट एनीथिंग, दे आर हैप्पी इन देयर पेन। So how did you manage it? How did you manage the time, or what was your steps जिसको आपने follow किया and now you are on this line, and how they can do it also for them?
See, once you're not clear with your own life or you're not clear about yourself. So this is such a taboo topic to talk about. It is a very small thing. बहुत छोटी सी ये बात है जिसके बारे में हम बात नहीं करना चाहते. ये बोलना कि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, या ये बोलना कि आई एम फीलिंग वेरी स्टक इन माई लाइफ, ये बोलना कि आई एम फीलिंग वेरी डिस्कनेक्टेड फ्रॉम माई सेल्फ. इतने हम रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज से घिरे हुए रहते हैं अपनी नॉर्मल डेली लाइफ में कि हम अपना स्टैंड लेके ये बोले कभी कि मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. इज सच अ टाबू टॉपिक टू टॉक अबाउट राइट नाउ, बिकॉज इफ somebody सेज दैट मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, तो द फर्स्ट थिंग विच कम्स टू आवर माइंड इज दैट ओके, तबीयत खराब है, फीवर है. So nobody wants to understand beyond that. It is not about your physical health, it is also about your mental and your emotional health. So what I started doing was that I was like I we have had this conversation when I where I told you that I'm an architect. So when I was in my architecture journey, I was also an assistant professor. So when I used to come back home after all the responsibilities, after handling everything, I used to feel that pain in my body. And I used to feel that, okay, I am tired, and that is why I'm feeling this pain in my body. But slowly and steadily, I started understanding this particular thing that all of this pain is very internal, because constantly we are seeking validation, we want reassurance. So that the same thing was happening with me. I was seeking for validation. I was seeking for reassurance from my family, from my workplace, and everything. So I wasn't checking in with myself. I was checking in with everybody else's expectations. So many people think that disconnection means sadness. But sometimes it's like, you're looking busy all the time. You're constantly doing a lot of things. But sometimes the only need is that you just pause and look at yourself once. Like it is like looking into a mirror, that understanding that okay, behind this face, behind this body, you have something that is your emotion, and that is your mental health. So you need to pause and look, and I did that. So that is what I experienced. There was a gap between the life I was living and the life I truly needed or truly wanted to create. So yeah.
Yeah, awareness is very important, isn't it?
Yes.
So awareness से मेरा एक और सवाल ये है कि like when you were living, when any person is feeling like you were living on someone else validation, as you just said, okay,
Yeah.
so there are so many people those who are living on someone else validation, किसी ने अच्छा बोल दिया, अच्छा बुरा बोल दिया तो बहुत ज्यादा sad हो गए. So what are those signs which they should look up to see that whether they are looking on, like whether they are living on others validation, कुछ कहीं से कुछ बोल दिया तो वही ठीक, otherwise everything is wrong, and something like that. So what are those signs? Uh,
But these are very simple signs. Okay. If example, you're in a meeting and you have done something in the particular presentation which is being presented, and that particular thing has been questioned कि ये किसने कर दिया. The question was not ये किसने सही किया या ये किसने गलत किया, बस the question was ये किसने किया. So then your mind starts playing games with you कि मैंने कुछ गलत कर दिया शायद, because that your mind is not getting that validation कि ये किसने किया, ये तो बहुत सही किया. Our mind does not tell us that we can also think something positive. We can also think something good is going to happen. The first instinct which goes is that our mind thinks that कुछ तो गलत ही होने वाला है. So that is what happens, where you know our mind plays games with us, and we understand that okay, we need validation over here, that our boss comes to us and says कि वाह क्या काम किया है, वाह क्या presentation बनाया है. Okay, then there are very simple things that एकदम से हम offend हो जाते हैं. Somebody tells us that नहीं ये गलत है, ये तो सही नहीं किया है आपने. तो आप एक स्टेप पीछे लेके सोचते नहीं हो कि ओके, इज इट रियली रॉन्ग, और शुड आई रिएक्ट राइट नाउ, और कैन आई जस्ट टेक अ पॉज एंड just look at the situation and then maybe respond. But the first instinct which comes is that हम एकदम से shields on कर लेते हैं and हम जवाब देने लग जाते हैं कि नहीं नहीं ये तो मैंने नहीं किया, नहीं नहीं ये तो मैंने ऐसे नहीं किया, ये तो उसने किया था. We do not take a pause. We do not let ourselves settle down with that thought for a second and then react. We react first and think later. So that is one major thing which happens in our lives.
okay, so how somebody can improve it? Like what are the step by step अगर कोई person दूसरों की expectations पर जी रहा है, validation पर जी रहा है, so what is the like solution of it?
So I think one thing which my brand also talks about is self-alignment. Okay.
मेरा
So
क्वेश्चन यही होने वाला
self-alignment,
था, बट
yeah, yeah.
इट इज गुड आपने खुद ही यहाँ पर शुरू किया. या प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Yes, sir. So, आपके क्वेश्चन का आंसर कि how do we handle this, how do we tackle this, is the name of my brand which I have built. That is self alignment. So, self alignment actually is not just a word. I think self alignment is one of the words people often hear a lot, but they don't want to always understand it. So, for me, self alignment means that your thoughts, values, emotions, and actions are all working together instead of pulling you in different directions. So when something like this happens, like I said in the prior question, that if something happens at a place of work or you need to react, so the thoughts and the values and emotions you have should be amalgamated with the actions you're taking. Yeah. So imagine that you're driving a car with all the four wheels pointing at different directions. You might still move, but you don't know where you're moving. It is very exhausting. It is very tiring कि एक wheel यहाँ जा रहा है, एक wheel वहां जा रहा है, हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं. So that's what life feels like when you are out of alignment. When we say that yes, we want to say no, we pursue our goals because we want to impress everybody. We stay in situations because we are afraid of disappointing people. We ignore our own emotions because we need everybody's validation or everybody's uh, importance to our emotions. So self alignment is like coming home to yourself. It creates a life that reflects who you truly are instead who you have told to be become, who the society tells you to become, who the family tells you to become, what are the expectations of everybody from us versus what you really want to become and what truly is coming home to yourself.
Yeah. And there is one more point. So many people think like as we are talking about constantly, आपने example भी दिया कि जो working professional है, if they are in a job and they get offended very easily, तो उनके लिए self alignment या फिर अपनी values पर validation पर काम करना, अपनी identity को shift करना, which is very important. So this is also like I'm asking you like, is this help in relationships problem or any other problems also?
Yes, obviously. So this was one example which I gave, which is related to career. So obviously, this thing helps in handling relationships. This thing helps in handling society. This particular self-alignment, what I'm talking about, helps a lot of people in various aspects of their life. It is not only related to their careers, but it is also related to their own happiness and their own overwhelm, I would say.
Yeah. So can you tell me exactly like if they start working on themselves, on learning like what is self-alignment and they start like they want to start their journey so that they can start their self-alignment journey or emotional intelligence उनको सीखना है. So इन
Yeah.
सारी चीजों को सीखने के बाद कौन कौन सी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो वो सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, कौन कौन से ऐसे एरियाज है जहाँ पर वो बेटर हो सकते हैं?
So, mm, what I would say is that, the success and fulfillment are not the same things. Okay. सक्सेस एक अलग चीज है और फुलफिलमेंट एक अलग चीज है. सो हमारे आसपास के लोग जो होते हैं ना वो बहुत इनक्रेडिबल लोग हैं. वो सब कुछ साथ में हैंडल कर रहे हैं, करियर साथ में हैंडल कर रहे हैं, घर हैंडल कर रहे हैं, रिलेशनशिप्स हैंडल कर रहे हैं, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैंडल कर रहे हैं. और ये मैं सिर्फ एक या दो लोगों की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ. दिस इज एवरीबडीज लाइफ राइट नाउ. वी आर मैनेजिंग सो मेनी रोल्स all together, and we are trying to ace every role. Okay. So इस सब में हम सबका ध्यान रख रहे हैं. इस सब में हम खुद का ध्यान नहीं रख रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट आवर सेल्स, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द पीपल. इसको क्या चाहिए, उसको क्या चाहिए. हम कभी भी ये नहीं पूछ रहे हैं कि मुझे क्या चाहिए. सो वंस यू आस्क दिस लिटिल क्वेश्चन टू योर सेल्फ दैट मुझे क्या चाहिए, दिस सीम्स टू बी अ वेरी सेल्फिश phrase to say कि मुझे क्या चाहिए. But actually, it is not very selfish. It is very self-aware that you need to at least know कि मुझे क्या चाहिए. जब आप खुद का ही घड़ा नहीं भरोगे, तो आप दूसरों को पानी कैसे पिला सकते हो.
सही
It's
बात
the
है.
simplest way I would explain this. That जब आपका ही खुद का घड़ा खाली है, आपके पास ही कोई पानी नहीं है किसी और की प्यास बुझाने के लिए, so how will you even try to do it? First you need to be self-aware and you need to be understanding yourself to understand others better. नहीं तो फिर इरिटेशन, ओवरवेल्म, गिल्ट, गुस्सा ये सब तो चलता ही रहेगा फिर, अगर हम यही पॉइंट नहीं समझेंगे कि मुझे क्या चाहिए.
एंड अभी आपने जैसे सेल्फ अलाइनमेंट के बारे में काफी डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन किया है. एंड मार्केट में एक और वर्ड काफी बज वर्ड है लाइक पीपल आर इवन गेटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ अवेयरनेस अबाउट इट विच इज इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस, जो कि अभी मैंने
Yeah.
कुछ टाइम पहले भी मेंशन किया था. तो कैन यू जस्ट टेल मी लाइक जो नहीं जानते इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज, एंड इफ समबडी इज मास्टरिंग दिस स्किल सेट, अगर इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस सीखता है तो वो उसको उसके कैरियर में लाइक एज अ लीडर, एज अ पेरेंट or as a working professional or if they are in relationship, how exactly it can help him or her?
Yeah. तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस को मैं बहुत एक अच्छे इजियर वे में समझाना चाहती हूँ कि सबको, हमारी ऑडियंस को भी आईक्यू ये पता ही होगा, इंटेलिजेंस कोशेंट, जो कि हमारे वर्क प्लेसेस में, जो कि हमारे करियर्स में, जो कि हमारे नॉर्मल लाइफ में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यू आर रैंक्ड ऑन योर आईक्यू. ओके. बट देर इज दिस वन मोर थिंग कॉल्ड ईक्यू, विच इज योर इमोशनल कोशेंट. So we do not tend to talk about that. So I will just keep it very simple. So EQ, या फिर emotional intelligence, is the ability to understand what's happening inside you while it is happening. तो कुछ हो रहा है, जैसे कि मुझे, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला कि मुझे फीवर आ रहा है, ये मुझे पता है कि मुझे फीवर आ रहा है, तो मैं डॉक्टर को दिखाने जाऊंगी क्योंकि मुझे फीवर आ रहा है. सो यू नो नो यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आपको फीवर आ रहा है. सो इन द सेम वे इट्स द एबिलिटी टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इनसाइड यू व्हाइल इट इज हैपनिंग. सो मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर थॉट दैट मैथमेटिक्स, साइंस और जो लैंग्वेजेस है स्कूल में, ये हम सबको पढ़ाए गए हैं. बट बहुत कम लोगों को ये पता है कि हमारे इमोशंस को भी अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए, हमारे इमोशंस को भी टीच करना चाहिए कि कैसे हम अपने इमोशंस को अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. व्हेन वी आर फीलिंग एंग्री, व्हेन वी आर फीलिंग एंग्शियस, व्हेन वी आर फीलिंग ओवरवेल्म्ड, या फिर कुछ ट्रिगर कर रहा है, तो हम अपने आप से कुछ एक रिएक्शन दे देते हैं. हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमें क्या हो रहा है, हम बस रिएक्शन दे देते हैं. तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस जो है, वो हमें हेल्प करता है ये अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए कि एक्चुअली चल क्या रहा है. So it helps us to pause and ask, what am I actually feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And what is this emotion trying to tell me? Yeah. The awareness changes everything, because once you understand your emotions, they stop controlling your decisions. So बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम डिसीजन पहले ले लेते हैं क्योंकि वो एक रेज होता है. तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस या फिर इमोशनल कोशेंट जो है, वो हमें हेल्प करता है कि पहले हम उस इमोशन को अंडरस्टैंड तो करें और फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंग रिएक्शन दे, ना कि पहले रिएक्शन दे और फिर समझे कि यार मैंने शायद ना कुछ ज्यादा ही बोल दिया. तो बोलने से पहले ही हम समझ जाएंगे कि ओके, इतना 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 ही बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि इतना इतना सीरियस मैटर नहीं था. आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन बिहाइंड इन द बैकग्राउंड. एंड देन वो सबका मिला के एकदम से मेरे मुंह से कुछ निकल जाएगा. उससे अच्छा है कि लेट्स टेक पॉज, think about the emotion which is going on, and then take a decision regarding that.
Yeah, exactly. And if somebody is watching this podcast and they are feeling stuck, they are overwhelmed, either they are stuck in their relationship, career, or wherever, like whatever profession they are in, if they are stuck, they are feeling stuck there. So if they are feeling stuck, they are feeling lost, overwhelmed, and there are so many emotions which are going on. So what should be the step-by-step strategy, or what is going to be that one message you want to give them, or what is the strategy which you want to share with them?
Yeah. So I would say that in every relationship, a relationship begins when you have it with yourself. Okay. So first, you need to have a relationship with yourself so that you can have a relationship with everybody else, whatever that relationship might be. So I would like to say that, if somebody, understands the emotions and communicates differently, there is a problem. Okay. They need to understand the emotion and then communicate according to that particular emotion. So emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect. It is about becoming conscious of that emotion. And conscious people create healthier workplaces, healthier family, healthier relationships. They create a healthier environment for themselves and for the other people who are around them. So first we need to have a clarity regarding our emotion, and then maybe we can, deal with the situation properly. So I see many people who carry a lot of self-doubt, who carry a lot of guilt, who carry a lot of people-pleasing tendency, fear of judgment, and there is a lot of pressure which is revolving around these things which I just said. So, because they are so good at functioning, they do not show people, or people cannot even see that what actually are they carrying in their heart or their mind. तो ये सब जब चल रहा होता है कि सेल्फ डाउट भी चल रहा है, पीपल प्लीजिंग भी करना है, गिल्ट भी हो रहा है, जजमेंट का डर भी लग रहा है, बट ये हमारे शक्ल पे नहीं दिखेगा कभी भी। सामने
बिल्कुल
वाले को लगेगा कि कितने कितना बढ़िया है, इसकी लाइफ कितनी बढ़िया चल रही है। what is happening in the background nobody will understand because you are only not able to understand, तो फिर किसी और को कैसे ही समझेगा।
सही बात है। So and if somebody is going through this phase, definitely you can help them, right? But
Yes,
first, if
yes.
they are only aware about the about the, like, they have the clarity. Once they get the clarity, definitely, you they can like reach out to you to get the clarity also. Do you offer
Yeah.
any free clarity call?
Yes, I didn't get the question.
Do you offer any free clarity call? Like if somebody is facing the
Yes,
same
yes,
problem, do you?
yes.
Yeah.
I do offer free clarity calls. So I have a website which is www.selfalignmentspace.com, where you can, book a free clarity call, and then we can, have a conversation on that, where I will talk to people about their emotions, understand what they are actually going through, and the first step actually what I take in this journey is not fixing somebody. I'm not a person who will fix someone. It's about observing and actually saying it all out loud. Like I said, self awareness जो मैं ये बात कर रही हूँ बार बार, तो पहले जब हम अवेयर हो जाएंगे ना कि ये प्रॉब्लम है मेरे लाइफ में, या ये मेरे दिमाग में प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, मन में प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, तो वो जो अवेयरनेस है दैट विल ओनली स्टार्ट, देयर ओनली यू विल स्टार्ट द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, बिकॉज आपने पहले ही एटलीस्ट नोट डाउन तो कर लिया कि क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। तो व्हेन यू आर अवेयर द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन बिगिंस।
एग्जैक्टली। एंड देर इज वन मोर पॉइंट जो आपने एक बीच में बोली हुई थी, स्टार्टिंग में बोली थी, कि पीपल हेजिटेट अ लॉट अबाउट डिस्कसिंग ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स। वो खुद से ही बात नहीं करते हैं, और खुद से बात अगर नहीं करें तो दूसरे से भी क्या करेंगे। And if they're feeling that they need help, still they have the hesitation to reach out to any coach because they have the fear of judgment. They have the fear of कि क्या पता वो कोच किसी और को बता दे, तो उनसे किसी
यस,
और को पता चल जाएगा, मतलब ऐसे चेन बन जाएगी, तो उनकी बात कहीं ना
यस,
कहीं दूसरों के साथ चली जाएगी, दूसरों के पास चली
यस,
जाएगी। सो हाउ डू यू क्रिएट दैट सेफ स्पेस, और हाउ you can assure your prospect or those people who are going to book a call with you
यस।
that nothing will happen like that.
So what happens is if somebody comes to me and they have that hesitation to share their problem, which is the most common thing I see with people when I have my first clarity calls, that they have a lot of hesitation to talk about themselves. If I tell them to talk about their spouse, example, or their children, or the neighbor, they will talk a lot. They will tell everything. But if I tell them that, talk a little, I will give you 5 minutes, talk about yourself. So they get very, very emotional, and they get very, this that, I can't talk about myself. I've never been asked this question. And yeah, there is this question which comes that, will you, tell this to somebody else? Will you share this with somebody else? So there, I want to tell this one particular thing is that something which happens in between you and a life coach, the conversation which happens in between you and a life coach is always very confidential.
Yeah.
So we do not share any kind of information, or we do not use any kind of information as even as testimonials, or even as my story of transformation, because I keep it very confidential. If I share something about somebody also, the name, the place, everything else is all anonymous. So we do not, it is very confidential. When somebody tells us something very deep about their emotion, I do not share it with anybody else. So that is a very confidential matter. So
Perfect.
I have a team of people working with me. Even my team does not know that what kind of clients do I handle.
Wow.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're watching it till here and you want to book a free clarity call, then you can reach out to Ketki. She's really great in her work. She can definitely help you to get the clarity, manage your emotions, and master one of the most important skill which is needed in today's time, which is so much important. So you can reach out to her, and I'm going to share her Instagram link and website link in the description of this video. So you can just reach out to her on her Instagram, or you can click on the link and also book a free clarity call with her, which is absolutely free. At least you will get the clarity and you will understand what you can do further. So, Ketki, thank you so much for your time. It was really lovely talking to you. You have shared a lot of insights here.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much, Mohit.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Mohit, for having me. This actually creates a lot of awareness in people. I hope that through you, people are aware that they need to talk out loud about their emotions, and they need to understand where they are feeling stuck, where they are feeling very overwhelmed and not able to understand what is happening. Sometimes it is just not about the body health, sometimes it is about the emotional health. And I hope through you people understand this very well.
Yeah, 100%. It is not about sometime, it is all the time. Because if physical health problems are happening, it is just because of emotional health problems.
Emotional health.
So
Yes.
if fixing the emotions can help them to fix the physical problems also, so
Yeah.
why not to first fix emotional
Yes.
problems? It is very true. So yeah,
True.
Ketki, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye.